just double checking my mic's actually working. I'm gonna probably turn down game volume once we're in. Oh god, loud.
Danganronpa.
There we go. Is that any? I think that's probably better. Yeah, sounds about right if I'm listening to the thing. Here we go, let's load in. So we got to chapter 4. Bring in for chapter 4. Ah, straight in there. Oops, okay. So now there's only 5 of us here. Only a third of the number of people we started with.
Indeed.
Loneliness has become commonplace. That's true. Still, what did I see yesterday? I don't understand. Sakura is the mastermind spy? Can that really be true? Look, Raptor, you are... Ah, no, I'm fine. I can't bring it up in front of the others. If I did that, it would just confuse everyone. Okay, in that case, let's eat till we pass out. What do you mean in that case? Because look how scary everyone looks. It's gotta be because you're all fighting on empty stomachs, right? If you fill your belly, sure it'll cheer up, so let's eat.
Okay.
Let's fry up some fish and donuts and eat till we can't stand up.
What?
That's like a deep impact style meteor impact extinction level event combination of foods.
Huh?
What? Those are 2 breakfast times hot sellers. Still, the till we can't stand up part is the problem. After we're done, we need to go explore.
I see.
That's right, since class trial is over, new areas will open up.
It's true.
Plus, we still have alter ego, we don't have to give in to despair just yet. She's right, we have to plan ahead and think about the future.
You got it!
Yeah, just think happy thoughts, not deathly thoughts.
You know?
Like when we're gonna get out of here, right?
For serious.
When all this is over, I don't think I want to get reborn for serious. Reborn as someone serious.
Well...
Hey, you okay? That sounded like something someone who's about to die would say. I'm totally okay. I'm not gonna die. Why? Because there aren't gonna be any more murders. What makes you so sure?
According to the
I predicted it
spirits.
last night, since it revealed itself to me from the ether. There's no doubt about it.
However,
how accurate is your fortune telling anyway?
How about that?
I usually hit 20 or 30% on a good day. That seems really low.
It's not like some occult mystery.
It's not like it's ESP or whatever. Of course I'm gonna get it right sometimes.
The occult is
I
bullcrap.
told you, my fortune telling isn't like some occult thing.
So,
Fortune telling isn't occult.
You got it all
Of
wrong.
course not. Clairvoyance is clairvoyance. Don't put it into some category as cattle mutilation.
Huh?
Cattle, what?
So...
He's referring to the urban legend where aliens abduct cows and dissect them as part of their research.
Actually.
No, you're calling it an urban legend? As a matter of fact, it's true. As a matter of fact, it's happened to me. It all happened one day when I got a hamburger. It was a place I've never been before. They claim they've had it for 100% all beef. They've got a beef burger to go and head home. But with all harm,
the end is nigh!
that was a mysterious blinding light.
Some crazy beam came out of nowhere and locked onto my hamburger. And as soon as the beam touched it, the burger started floating in midair. And then, still floating there, the entire burger started coming apart. One part of it just vanished, while the rest fell back into my hand. Do you realize what that means? It means the burger wasn't 100% beef. It must have had some pork or something mixed in. Something like 70% pork and 30% beef would be my guess. You can't trick me.
But I stormed back into the burger place and got it in the manager's grill. And they totally admitted it. It wasn't 100% beef. They got it meeting some ground pork with it.
How about that?
How do you see? That is cattle mutilation. I kinda got lost halfway through. I can't tell if you're for the occult or against it. You stink of stupidity.
Don't be mean!
I stink of... How dare you? Well, you do stink, though. That's fine. That's fine? Anyway, hope your prediction turns out to be true. Well, at the very least, I won't murder anyone.
Yeah!
Me neither. I mean, I would never.
Of course.
Me either.
Indeed.
Nor I. That goes for me too, of course. I could never kill any of my friends. I felt like those words of encouragement were helping us come together as one. After so much sacrifice and hardship, we'd finally become united. But,
Well,
to be honest, I wish Byakuya and Togo were here for this too. But they're so hard to deal with, they only think about themselves. Yeah, we're better off without them, I say. That was enough to prove we were united for the time being, but within that bond hid weakness and fragility. We began our search as soon as we finished the breakfast in the dining hall. We had to find out what had opened up, what was waiting for us. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, here we go. So, hang on. I can't remember the controls. That's a bit annoying, isn't it? Ah, here it is. I know there is a set of stairs that will have opened up. Yes. You'd think I'd be used to this by now. Go. So now we have access to the 4th floor of Hope's Peak Academy. Maybe this time we'll find some kind of clue. No, this time I have to find it. Alright, what we got? Oh. Of course she's here. This is the music room. It's hardly even a classroom, it's more of an actual concert hall.
Hey.
You know, you haven't told me what you think yet. What I think.
So...
About the secret room in the boys' bathroom. Ah! Well, I did find the secret room, but as soon as I started looking around, I was attacked.
What?
Attacked? By who? Well, I came from behind, I didn't have any time to react, so I didn't see who it was. When I came to, the mountains of files and documents were all gone. I'm sorry, I know how important
That's fine.
those were. It's okay, that's all I needed to in there. And I half suspected the mastermind might come after you. But
Because...
when I discovered the ruin, the mastermind must have seen me on surveillance camera in the hallway. They must have seen me go into the boys' bathroom and not come out again. Still, I wanted you to go and see it. I wanted to see how the mastermind react. Essentially, I wanted to find out if the mastermind actually knew about the room.
It would seem...
But to attack you and steal everything in the room? That must mean there was some unknown clue in there that could reveal the mastermind's identity. Then you knew I was going to get
That doesn't matter.
You can handle that kind of thing though, right? After all, you're a boy. What does she think a boy is? Fine, I understand. And let me ask you something else. Do you know about the note I left in there? The note that said, you must not leave?
Just a second.
We shouldn't talk about that. Not here. Kyoko stole a quick glance at the surveillance camera.
So...
I'm looking into it. If I find out anything, I'll let you know.
Listen to me.
Is that okay? She made it sound like she was asking, but it was clear I wouldn't have any say in the matter.
So then...
So now it's your turn. Let's hear your secret. Huh? Did you think I wouldn't notice? You're hiding something.
Am I wrong?
Am I wrong?
What?
What's the matter? If you're worried about the camera, why not write it down? Well...
Hey.
We're friends, you should be able to trust me. Isn't that what you said before? You're right, there shouldn't be any secrets between friends, but there's nothing worth expressing doubt about your friend. They don't have evidence for it. I haven't found conclusive evidence yet. Talk about it now, it could make things much worse. Friends shouldn't keep secrets, but there's nothing worth expressing doubt. I can't tell her. Sorry, I can't tell you, not yet.
Correct.
So, that's your answer?
However...
Do you think that's fair? You were happy to hear what I had to say, now I'm willing to share. I'm sorry, I really am.
That's fine. Goodbye.
Oh, wow. Okay. Those are parting words. Kyoko left me standing there alone. I think I made her mad. A piano? It's really old, that's worth a lot of money. Of course, without someone around you can play it, it's totally useless. Hang on. No good, the door's locked. I guess I'll only get in here. According to the nameplate, it's called the data center. The behind the door's a total mystery. There's a Monokuma thing beyond the room. Classroom. Oh, this is the music classroom. Is that Naegi? That's the logo and all, but there's like a ton of locked rooms up here. Looks like it does look like a Naegi. Inside the room, the smell of medicine was oppressive. This is the chem lab. I hope inhaling all this stuff doesn't do permanent damage. Hina and Sakura seem to be lost in deep and friendly conversation. I need to find out what's going on with Sakura and last time I can't. Well, she's with
Hey,
me.
Makoto!
Huh? You need something? No, it's nothing.
Huh?
You sure? Okay then. Sakura's lost completely from here. I need to find out what's going on with Sakura about her. Listen, Makoto, do you need something? No, it's nothing.
So then.
Really? Oh, okay. Not true. It's a remarkably big shelf. It's all stocked with all kinds of medicine.
That's right!
Ah, listen, Makoto, listen. Take a deep breath and calm down and listen to me. Okay, Hina, just chill out. There's all kinds of stuff we didn't have before. Vitamins, minerals, amino acids, creatine.
Okay.
What? Do you even have proteins on X? What's that?
Hey!
A high quality protein drink. It's nothing like that cheap swill in the warehouse. It's connoisseur level. Oh yeah? This is amazing. It's a gold mine. Now my prayers have finally been answered. Looks like a little hamster. Time to let on some up some more prayers then. Gold mine, huh? There's still a 5th floor, so this is the office? Well, of course I don't have any teachers that we'd normally be able to rely on. The flower on a desk somehow makes things feel that much weirder. Hang on. Oh no. There's a picture on the floor. This picture. What? Celeste, Fumi, and Sayaka? The smiling face of 3 people who are dead now. A classroom without metal plates over the windows. It's exactly the same. It's like the picture I saw before. There's no way it's important somehow. The smiling lady is very normal to ladies to smile. It's a normal group of high schoolers living a normal school life. Can't possibly they won't smile like that in a world despair like this. So if any of the picture was taken before they ever came to Hope's Peak, which would mean everyone in the picture knew each other before they got here, including Sayaka? No, there's no way Monokuma did it. It must be someone. Yours? Monokuma put out of nowhere and snaps a picture from my hand. A forgery plot? What are you, a middle schooler? You think the moon landing was fake too? Come on! And you're saying this picture is real?
Hey!
Second thing is Nobel Truth Prize I take first, second, and 4th place.
Too bad!
Actually, that's probably not true. Ask you a question, is the picture real or is it a fake? Oh, Makoto. so eager to put things in half, aren't you?
Hey,
No use. It's just no use. That's just something you can't be straight. You're not doing that before.
it's
The
true.
truth's real, and you're no less. Without another word, Monica disappeared. So the picture is real? It's really real. If that's true, if that's the case... They opened the doors at headmaster's room. Headmaster's room? Must be something wild in there. Door's locked. Damn it. We're taking a good look at things around here. A lot to think about, but now head back to the dining hall and talk with the others. Not long after the dining hall, the others began to trickle in. After a few minutes. So, is this everyone?
Well then.
Okay, let's discuss what we all discovered. Yeah, good idea. Kyoko? She's ignoring me.
So,
Hey, Elgato. She doesn't seem to accept you.
that's right!
She isn't she? She's totally mad. Yeah, it looks like it.
What's your
But
deal?
it's your fault, isn't it? You must have done something to her. This is bad. Metal sheets are inside all the windows on the fourth floor. None of them budged an inch.
In other words,
Just like everywhere else. Except the fourth floor is unlikely. Escape from the fourth floor seems unlikely. That's what we can get with that. Found a couple of rooms on the fourth floor, but they were locked. The data center and the headmaster's room. The headmaster's room? That sounds exactly like the kind of place we find some clues. But somehow unlock the door and get inside.
But
Who cares about a stupid
how
lock?
about that?
We know from the Wardstrom is missing a link to knock down more easily door. What was that? No, please. Continue. You said that the nicest bun on the block, the curviest hips in town. Is that what you said?
What the heck?
Oh no, I didn't.
Hey,
And what did you
come
say?
on
I know you went to
now.
carrying that door to the headmaster's room. Nick, knocking down the headmaster's door. What kind of war on education are you trying to start?
Your teacher had such
My
faith
room,
in
you
you.
know. It is
And
now.
now,
Anyway.
how you repay me?
You're thinking about
With-
busting it down? You seriously don't want to piss me off. Like any of your bacteria lives in a single bear claw? No, I was just kidding. Please don't get mad.
Damn it!
I'm not mad. Oh, oh, the emoticon. I'm totally mad.
This is
I was hoping we wouldn't have to have a rule for this. We're gonna go around having no sports. I know these are actually school regulations. Seriously?
too bad.
Breaking down a locked door prohibited. There's your rule now, you jerk. The new rule can add to regulations menu. Is he gone? Oh man, I'm scared for my life. I'm sure he's gonna kill me. Serious.
Well,
But if he would go out of his way to make up a rule like that, there's no doubt that something important must be hidden in the headmaster's room. Now that it's a rule, there's nothing we can do.
yeah!
There's a big shelf in the chem lab on the fourth floor. It had all kinds of chemicals and stuff.
Okay.
And there was an all-star cast of nutrient additives and supplements. You should at least go take a peek. I highly recommend it. I think you and Ogre are probably the only ones interested in stuff like that. Oh, but it's not all good stuff though. There's medicine and health stuff on top of that. There was also a bunch of different poisons. Poison? They were all labeled clearly though, so it would be hard to grab one by mistake.
It's true.
Still, you better make sure we're careful around there. And we probably shouldn't tell Bianca or Togo about the poison, right? What do you mean?
Well,
Well, just in case. You know what I'm trying to say. Just in case. Yeah, I think you're right.
however,
It's Bianca. It won't be long before he's discovered it himself. But to put something as dangerous poison right out in the open, it's absolutely the work of the mastermind. So, has anyone said what you need to say? I think so.
You're
It looks
serious?
like nobody found any clues at all, let alone a way out. I haven't been this depressed since my house burned to the ground. Someone, do something to cheer me up. Can I say something?
How about that?
Because my dad was smoking in bed. No, I have something I'd like to report. Do you guys remember, right? You remember when I found the picture from the third floor the other day?
perhaps.
I mean, the one that showed Wando, Shiro, and Leon together, right?
Huh?
Yeah, I remember. What about it? I found another one. Another picture, almost just like that one. The other one? But this time the picture was Celeste, Fumi, and Sayaka. And they were all smiling. And the cartoon picture didn't have any metal covering the windows. That picture of Wando, Shiro, and Leon wasn't the only one. See, Now you found one that's less secure in Saraka?
But
But how can you not...
Conspiracy!
One must have faked it. But the picture is real. And everyone who was in it, they would have had to be a hidden connection. They would, you know? Indeed, the truth that we don't understand.
What?
It can't be, it's a fake. Monokuma said it was real. I know we could just write it as a lie.
so then,
You must trust Monokuma's word over the people who have died. Yeah?
because
That's what you're saying, isn't it? Oh, that's not it. I'm shocked. You told everyone we should believe in our friends. You just refuse to do the same. That's not... What's going on, Kyoko? Why are you getting so emotional? I don't understand why she's so angry.
Hey, come on!
Stop fighting. All your good luck is going to float away. Hey, Makoto. You think about it too much. There's no way Monokuma can fake the picture.
Of course.
She's trying to confuse her. She shouldn't listen to anything Monokuma has to say. You might be right, but still. Are you still so conflicted?
What?
I think you guys stop playing nice. Baka! You all have the same something look on your faces. You're also ugly before. You shouldn't let them sink any lower. When I look at you, it makes me think you're a frog thinking into a pile in the mirror.
You know?
Sorry?
just a second.
Why are you apologising?
What the heck?
Leave us alone. You're not a part of this.
That's right.
That's true enough. The problems aren't mine. We are, and we'll always will be completely separate. Whatever's causing your face turn so ugly has absolutely nothing to do with me. And if I happen to have a vital clue, it wouldn't concern you in the slightest. Huh? I need to say something useful.
Hey,
Yeah, okay, what have you been up to?
That's
I
fine.
don't mind telling you. Perhaps forcing your lazy brains to get to work may do you some good.
Such
I was in the
ignorance.
bath. What I'd like to know. Dave lost your numbers? Wait, taking a bath? I think you've been talking to Alter Ego. You done something?
it would
Who
seem...
is he? Oh, go take a bath. Ah, yeah, yeah. A mixed bath?
Okay.
Mixed bath. Alter Ego really did tell him something. I wonder what it could have been. When I got to the dressing room, Toko was sitting alone on the bench, the laptop in front of her. Toko, do you decide to come here what Alter Ego has to say to you?
What's your
I
problem?
already heard it with Master. With Master. You don't have to keep saying it. Anyway, so what are you doing right now? Shut up. Stop bothering me.
How about
Get
that?
out of the way, we have to go to Ego.
Well,
No, I made my promise. I promise. I was going to wait here. So that's what I'm doing.
huh?
You his dog? If that's one last one, I'll do anything he asks. You just love being mistreated. Well, fine, if you really want me gone, by all means. Hey guys, what's going on? We'd like you to move. Sure thing, just kneel before me and beg.
What?
First a mega masochist, now a super sadist. Since I jacked it in front of the laptop, I can't get to it. Seriously, I want to nicely bless his laptop.
What?
Yeah?
You
This is the way I have to kneel and beg.
How about that?
Oh my god, give the old 1-2 combo. Well, and drop your knees to beseech. And why don't you make you're not a part of this? He isn't begging you, yes, he's a laptop.
I'm on fire!
Feeling of happiness. Oh, my pet anger master abusing me is evaporating. Even you realize it's abuse.
Hey,
That should be enough, right? Hurry up and let us talk to Alter Ego. Okay.
You really came.
Everyone, come closer. I heard they'll be here, but I was able to finally crack open all the files that were on this laptop. Try to catch you all waiting.
correct.
Just what I thought.
I see.
Finally, the time has come. I'm starting to get kind of nervous. I felt the same way, resting on the keyboard, my hands started to shake.
Just a second.
Move. Single word was like a sharpened blade. Wounded, I moved to let her take over.
So then,
Here we go. Kyoko began typing, the words appearing as fast as I could read them. Can you tell us what you found out?
Leave it to me.
Sure, I analysed the files and extracted all the useful information I could find. And one particularly important fact I discovered was a certain plan has been put into effect here. To isolate the student at Hope Speak Academy and create a communal life for them. That was the stated goal of the plan. But it was meant to be more than just a normal high school life. The students were intended to live out the rest of their lives here.
I see.
That's exactly the situation we found ourselves in.
Hey,
It's quite unthinkable, isn't it? What's more, the one who came up with the plan was none other than the administrators of Hope Speak themselves. What? Wait, hold on. Then the reason we've been prison here it wasn't the work of some psycho-freak or criminal organisation or whatever.
no
It
way!
was the school itself? That doesn't make any sense. Why would they do that?
Just a second.
I don't think Alter Ego's finished. I should hear the rest.
That's right.
It seems that the reason they devised the plan was what happened 20 years ago. This is how they described the event. As it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
Huh?
What does it mean?
What?
What kind of name is that for something?
You see,
Otherwise known as the tragedy, it was apparently some sort of devastating occurrence. Because of the tragedy,
well,
Oak Peak Academy was forced to discontinue its role as a school and close down.
I see.
See, things starting to make sense. What this means, 1 year ago, this tragedy took place. And whatever it was, it forced Hope Peak to shut down. From there, they decided to use the school as a kind of stadium.
That's right.
They planned to sequester students here where they would live out the rest of their lives.
So,
But why would the Hope Peak Academy want to shut everyone in like that? And what could this tragic event have possibly been? In the flashback, they typed their questions onto the keyboard. The answer they got was, Sorry, I don't know. If that information was ever on his computer, it's gone now. I'm totally useless. Sorry. Oh. And that's all he said. Then it's really the end. You get halfway through the answer and that's it?
indeed.
It appears so. Disappointing.
wait.
Oh, wait.
So,
There's one other thing I forgot to mention. I think it might be important. I think it's something to do with the mastermind. The mastermind? They could think moved even faster than they had so far. And figure out the mastermind against it.
sorry.
No, that I still don't know, but I did find a clue, I think. The one leading Host Peak staff is the one who finalized the planned ice rugby, was the Host Peak headmaster. The same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the file, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school.
The headmaster?
Is he in the school?
Okay.
Then that's gotta be the mastermind. I mean, Monocune's been calling himself the headmaster, right?
Perhaps.
Which makes the real headmaster that much more
We're
suspicious.
serious.
If we break down the daughter's room, we're dead, right? So what are we supposed to do? Find a way.
Huh?
No matter what it takes, I will find
No
the
matter
master.
what?
No matter the cost.
So,
Kyoko? What's going on?
I
can't explain why. I just know that I have to find him. She has to? Kyoko, what's going on with you? When she heard about the headmaster, her reaction was violent.
So then,
To see if Ultra gets any more information. It seems to be her attempt to regain her composure. Start typing again. Did you learn anything else?
Sorry.
I'm sorry. It's everything I found. All the information on the statue seems to be pretty old. That's all I can do from here.
Sorry.
I'm really sorry. It really is all over.
Hey.
Alter Ego seems to have more to say.
So,
Well, it's kind of a different topic, but I was wondering about something. I haven't seen Celestia, Fumi, and Taka since yesterday. A heavy silence fell across the room. The only sound was the flat, precise clicking of keys as they were typed. They're all dead.
huh?
What? I see. Certainly I knew that was a possibility, but
Okay
it
then.
really happened.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. There's no point in me getting all depressed over things I can't do anything about.
anyway,
Well then, I guess that's it. That's it, a simple phrase that held so much meaning. She began typing again. You've done your job. Thank you.
I see.
I'm done? I guess I am, huh?
Okay then.
Then maybe I'll take a little rest. I'm kinda tired. Goodbye, everyone. See you later. With that, the laptop entered sleep mode.
I see.
The Alter Ego did everything he could.
indeed.
We won't have to talk about him all that much anymore.
But,
I feel kinda sorry for him.
But
You feel sorry, but he's just a computer program, right?
well,
I know, but still, he did everything he could for us, you know? I mean, yeah, it did. That's what a computer program is designed to do. You don't tell a computer good job every time you shut it down, do you? Well, no. When we talked to Alter Ego, I guess it just didn't see it that way. I know what you mean. I feel the same way.
hey,
Hey, come on, it's just a program. You can tell it into the program and a friend, right? You know, what's the difference between us and the program, really?
Huh?
Huh? I started to think about how you would differentiate a person from an AI. Alter Ego isn't human, I know that. It's just a program running on a computer. At the same time, I couldn't help but think of him as our friend.
that's right.
Yeah, he's no different from us. He's still our friend. I think maybe I understand where you're coming from. And there's no problem calling him a friend. After all, the more friends the merrier, right?
how about that?
Check this out, friendship has no survival value. Instead, it gives value to survival.
So,
So anyway,
What?
so anyway, that is a totally smart and cool thing I quoted from. I don't remember
Hey.
where. Anyway, there's nothing more Alter Ego can do to help us. As such, his role in this is over. Am I wrong about that? No,
just
but
a second.
frankly, I question the ease with which you decide who and who isn't your friend. Do you really mean that?
Wait.
The story's gotten off track. We should go over and see what Alter Ego said one more time. Yeah, good idea. What was it? Hope Speak Star thinking?
What?
Why are they making us kill each other? Alter Ego said it happened 1 year ago is what started everything.
Well,
Yeah, he said it's the biggest, most awful, most hopeless event in human history. Right? It must have been a huge incident, whatever it was. But was something like that really happen a year ago? I don't remember anything happening that you described that way. What about you guys? I don't really watch the news, so...
I'm sorry.
Sorry, nothing comes to mind.
Anyway,
I haven't lived the closure, so to speak.
at the very least,
Anything else might have some kind of connection to this too. Maybe all the students were killed or something.
However,
That kind of catastrophe was all over the news. At least one of us remembers that.
would it be...
Then maybe they covered it up. That would explain why none of us knew that school had
I
been shut
see.
down. Totally covering up something like that. I suppose it's not totally impossible.
What the heck?
What's wrong with our government? Our taxes pay the salaries if we're handling stuff like that.
Anyway,
Maybe. But right now there's only one path open to us.
so...
We have to find the headmaster of Hope Speak Academy.
Correct.
We have to find him, make him tell us everything.
No matter what,
As long as we get our hands on him, I think we're okay. Once the headmaster, I got that feeling that
Well,
even now the problem not to be solved. Yeah, you're
so
right.
then...
Our business is done here, so for now we should get out of here. Oh, yeah,
Yep.
Good night. Is it really that dusted? Dusty? Wait, I mean... Oh no, I'm not waiting anymore. I'm not cutting it. Bianca's gonna be so mad at me. Whew. Let's avoid getting involved any further. Good call. As we left the dressing room, someone was there waiting for us.
ba-bum, ba-bum.
Our hearts pounding away. It's pounding with anger. You're not mad about this whole breaking into the headmaster room thing, are you? Oh, that little man doesn't matter a little. Matter just you guys enjoying an indecent mid-bath. That doesn't matter either. It's building.
Now I'm really
Rage.
Please!
Don't get so angry. Here, let me help you your chakra. Can't seem to rule your brain, okay? When you do something weak, I get right back. Actually, I bang for the bang.
Huh?
Bang for a bang. Exactly, he's trying the incantation of devastation.
Huh.
No, it's just a saying.
Hmm.
Oh, I see. What's he talking about?
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bug bite.
Correct.
So it's nighttime.
Hey,
What does everyone want to do? Celeste was the one who insisted on nighttime rule, but she's gone now. I think we should still avoid being out at nighttime. I know it'll make me feel better that way. I agree.
it's true.
Very well then. In that case, time for bed. So everyone headed back to their rooms. Monokuma's parting words left me feeling anxious the rest of the night. Once I was back in my room, I got lost in thought. What we learned from Alter Ego kept on spinning around and around in my mind. The administrators of Hope Speak had planned all of this. They did it because of the tragedy which had happened a year ago. Apparently the headmaster's the one behind it all, the mastermind. All these mysteries made me worried. I still have to try and unravel them bit by bit. I'm sure the road will be long and tough, but I don't have any other choice. Oh god. Let's talk a bit about where I was before I became a bear. I thought I was total loss. I had no idea what I could become. The lady and I took to a job, and then suggested I try being an infant. It was like, oh, the company's been trying to push for this forever. It's a really incredible offer. But actually, as it turned out, it wasn't a tiger shrimp like I hoped. It was a little popcorn shrimp. It's totally tiny. I was in the world's smallest mascot. I like eating shrimp. I don't want to do one myself. But someone might come along and step on me. The lady hit herself laughing at me. She was like, you think we can do a tiger roll on an hour on a budget? So ultimately, I decided to become a bear.
And that's the secret origin story of Monokuma!
I don't know what the point of that was.
Good morning, everyone. It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine. Get ready to greet another beautiful day.
First things first, I need to head to the dining hall. one hand a second. Oh. One hand controller. It's going horribly. As I entered Danny Hall, the first thing I saw was her. What are you staring at? Oh, Tucker.
What's your
What?
problem?
Your eyes were actually looking at me? I mean, don't look at me! I think he's just surprised to see you at breakfast meeting, is all. Indeed, it's been quite a while since you joined us. Yeah, what made you change your mind? The alchemist said he likes a girl that has a meat on her bones, so... I'm gonna start eating. I'm gonna force it down into my stomach. I'm gonna eat till I drop.
Okay.
I refuse to lose.
Hina.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. Well, other than that, it looks like Kyoko isn't here.
You know?
Oh, she said she'd come by later. Later?
You know?
Yeah, after you leave. She's not even trying to hide it anymore. I noticed that you wanted to chase him back then. You didn't enjoy that much.
Just a second.
You're dirty with your dirt. You're better than dirty or dirt. One or the other.
Just the worst.
Trying to take a step of love for at a time, aren't you? Telling you, it's not like that. Shut up already, Tina. You've been running a filthy mouth like that all morning. Filthy? Me? Don't make me repeat myself. I'm not filthy. It's no use denying it. You can't see how disgusting you are.
Huh?
Shut up. You and that lusty body of yours. Right after tonight, you got your illicit club meeting. Hey, knock it off. I can't deal with dirty stuff like that. You've been sexual curricular activities that are in more danger.
Please.
Stop it. What is up with you? Oh, nope. Nope.
Bastard!
Which one is that guy on the left or the right? Yeah, sorry.
Hey, come
Talk
on.
alone. It's gonna be a little funny. All the pent-up frustration.
You know?
Anyway, you and Kyoko need to make up already. You know? Yeah, I know. I mean, of course I want things to get better as soon as possible. With everything that's been going on, I haven't really had a chance to talk to her about her what I saw. Or anything, I didn't talk to Sakura about it. Sakura? Now later, I was hoping I could talk to you. I don't do finish with Sakura's heart. You can beat her and give you the other get the right equipment.
Just the worst.
Watch out, Sakura. I'm going to transform into a wild beast from into the wild beast of dystopia. Why is this happening to me?
Well.
We wait till tomorrow. I get some rest today. For some reason, I'm feeling more down these last few days.
Huh?
Huh? You sick? Get her? No, nothing serious. It's some minor aches and pains. Is that? Must be because of the battle. It must be pretty bad. You have to get rest. You sure you're okay? I'm sure approaching taking some sleep will get me back on my feet.
You got it.
That's true. Protein is good for that kind of stuff.
Hey.
You guys like worship protein. It's like your god or something.
Okay.
Good, I don't know what you're going to talk to Sakura about, but save it tomorrow. She's in pain. Yeah, I got it.
I'm sorry.
So,
You know?
for now, let's eat. I'm kind of nervous. Huh? How come?
What's your
'Cause I don't
problem?
really eat in front of other people. Even though I was a kid, I eat by myself.
What the heck?
But you found it. Oh, well, yeah, I used to go down and around.
Huh?
Like, do you want to? What you were? Serious issue. Let it go, you have some trouble getting involved when more than you have to. The days you do disgusting mouth of yours. Stop saying stuff like that. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and eat. If I don't, Kyoko will never show up. Dangerous situation, man. Got on breakfast as they could and immediately headed back to my room. But tomorrow's conference Sakura what they saw. In a way, I'm kind of relieved. All the courage to face to face Sakura and accuse her of anything. Alright. I like how the map isn't obstructive. Oh wait. I forgot the cautions were there. I missed the turning.
Yo!
That's the moment of my life. Don't kill me.
Help
Papa,
me!
please protect me. Prepare to kill someone if you must. Don't kill me. Don't hero. I got like this.
Well?
No, I want to heat discussion about cosmology. I don't know about Hero's theory and the origin of the universe. Hero and I go a little close today. Let's see what we find. Have it. I don't know what to get this is one shot. kidding, I appreciate it really.
Yo!
Okay, what's up, my brother and family for nothing? What? It's really outstanding siblings up, right? Okay? Talking about that.
Oh, so then!
Never. So how do you do your fortune telling anyway? Including palm reading and stuff. You didn't use tools or anything. I don't know, you knew about the divination tools. Now that you know your way around the spirit world. I'm not sure you need to know that much to know about those kind of tools.
Yo!
Now I know that you're an expert, I have a question for you. Go around to get you at the end of this discount. No thanks.
Could it be...
22 cards in the major arcana, and 56 in the minor arcana. Generally, the cards in the major arcana are used for divination. You know what I'm talking about? The major minor arcana, the major arcana are used to tell the fortune. It must be... Oh, I know, it's all about tarot cards.
What?
Gloriously correct. And I'll tell you a fortune with measly 600 bones. Wow, really? Something you'd never say. I read enough fortune telling for one lifetime. Let's see, if you ever change your mind, you don't want to find me. Sure thing. Anyway, getting back to what I asked you about before. Don't use any tools or whatever. How do you do your fortune?
Don't be mean!
So don't be fooled, I have my own techniques. For example, I employ numerology. Numerology?
Yo!
So use a mathematical formula to predict the future based on birth dates, lesson numbers, all of that. But I didn't see you doing anything like that either. Well, it's more of an inspirational style of fortune telling. Some kind of unknown power just acts through you, and suddenly bam, got all the info. Talking about intuition.
How about
I'm
that?
trying to describe it in such a cheesy word. If it's not intuition, then it's probably some kind of supernatural power.
It's not like some occult mystery.
Bull crap. Hate the occult. Take the crap somewhere else. I hate the occult.
Well?
Yep, well, here's some good news. Act now and I'll throw in an extra bonus in your reading. Use white magic to record a CD of spirit messages received from the suite of heaven. As in this baby, you'll witness a miracle with tuning the angels back for days. And you said that you hate the occult.
What the heck?
Hey, business is business. More unfortunate for us to understand. He is weird. I shook off Hero's sales pitch and headed back to my room for a while. I have plenty of time. I don't feel like just sitting here. Should go somewhere.
Okay.
Each and every person to do their job. The cooperation of each player is routine.
You got it!
That's a quote from famous rugby player Yuji Matsuo. We've got to do the same thing. Cooperate so we can survive. Can I help you for a while? Please.
Yeah!
I want to go for a run to release some stress. Here, I want for a light run out through the school. Here and I grew a little face today. I haven't got anything to give you. I don't think I've got anything to give her.
Aww.
Hey, Makoto. I'm so tired. You look really tired. What happened?
Well...
Woke up early this morning as I took push-ups, sit-ups, squats up. I'm doing 1,000 of each. That'll explain it.
Aww.
Tired. So tired. I was doing sweet. One of those things you only mix flour, sugar, bananas, and take time. I know you want some donuts, don't you? Don't tell anyone, but there's actually a bunch of frozen donuts in the warehouse.
Okay.
Other than microfreezing, just imagine. Imagine the warm chewiness of that donut. You know what I'm saying, right? You eat the crap out of that, right? You really do like donuts there.
Just a second!
To anyone who doesn't? Like, who on earth? No, who in the whole universe can say they hate donuts? Think about the sensation of biting into a donut. As the sweetness flows into your mouth and the soft dough cushions you. Next you get the hint of egg and butter, right? Your whole body starts to melt. You feel like you're falling into the center of the donut itself. People talk about donut effective, but it's absolutely not true. I can't take it anymore. I'm drooling Niagara Falls.
Just a second!
Oh, I'm going to uppercut with your name on it. I'm not in the way. If you need guarded donuts. But when Foot was done talking, he took a like a bat out of hell. Don't around here, I feel like I'm soaking in this the essence of human vitality. After all, I run off and went back to my room.
Attention! Attention! Please gather in the gym as soon as you possibly can. Quickly, 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 quickly!
I made a special announcement. I'll just come to the gym. And he sounded pretty serious about it too. You're the last one. Everyone else is already inside. Aren't you gonna go in?
However...
I have a bad feeling about this. More than just a feeling, probably when it did cause altogether after all. Sakura?
Well then...
Koto? Something happens to me. Hina? Huh?
I'm sorry.
No.
So then...
I'm good at believing someone doesn't believe in themselves. Sakura? Everyone must have heard the announcement. Once we're all gathered in the gym, it began.
Well?
Okay, let's get this show on the road. You're about to give us your next motive presentation, aren't you?
That's right.
You guys all together in the motive, right? Is right?
Huh?
We have to go through this again? Oh no, not again. I can't take it anymore.
I see.
I'm impressed by your level of dismay. You finally see just how low on the totem pole of life you really are. No. 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 Not at all. We're not here to talk about a motive.
Today,
Really, like
I'm
this, I should
feeling
get rid of my
black.
grudge. Your grudge?
Why?
We have a grudge against you, of course. I don't recall you ever having a grudge against us. Told you yesterday, didn't I? An eye for an eye, a fang for a fang. Stop beating around the bush. Just tell us what you're talking about. I'll be back here. You told everyone about how one of you may be working spy for me, right?
Come on.
Yeah. So, what about it?
In other words...
Instead, I'd tell you about that spy. What?
Hey,
Guess what? The spy's actually Sakura Ogre. He said it so openly, and it somehow wasn't that big of a deal. Even though he just revealed a huge secret. What? What did you just say? He said the spy is Sakura.
What is
What are you
this?
talking about?
You're a liar!
There's no way Sakura's a spy. Right? Sakura?
Huh?
Sakura? I might just need Sakura for all the promise she made sometime soon. If she doesn't, I can't be responsible for what happens to the hostage of mine. Anyway, that's all I want to say. You guys use the information up to you.
Thrills! Chills! Kills!
Whatever.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
Either way, I can't wait. And just like that, he was gone. Finally, see what he's been talking about. An eye for an eye, a fang for a fang. In other words, betrayal would be met with betrayal.
Huh? What the heck?
What does that mean?
What?
True? Has Ogre been spying us through the mastermind?
What are you saying?
What are you saying? There's no way. It is what Stuffed Animal said, right?
Wrong!
But he's
You're wrong!
No way.
Hey,
Sakura, he's wrong. All you have to do is tell us.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I didn't tell you earlier.
Huh?
What?
Oh,
Being serious. Ogre's been working for the mastermind.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. You lied to us all this time?
Huh?
But it's not true. Sakura's probably being controlled. There's gotta be some real reason. He didn't have a choice, he was forced to do it. Yeah, I'm sure he was right. Martin probably threatened her somehow. Because they typically she was told. What? You're talking, like, you know that for a fact. If you know that for a fact, but it's still right. I saw Sakura when King fighting. That's when I heard it. One King mentioned the hostage a second ago, right? In that fight I heard Sakura say she decided to fight against the mastermind.
I see.
You saw all that? The mastermind took us hostage and you were forced to be loyal to them, right? In the end you made your mind to betray the mastermind.
What?
Which means Sakura is an answer. A friend we can trust without question. Is that it? Ridiculous. He doesn't have an ultimate reality skill.
Not possible.
With mastermind's tool, you actually cannot trust someone like that.
Impossible.
Right, you can't believe what she says now. I can't even sure she even did betray the mastermind. She made a double bluff. She still didn't get the mastermind right.
What are you saying?
Sakura would never do that. Okay, Sakura, we really cut ties last time. That's who they really are. Oh,
I'm sorry.
I can't. Even I don't know that.
What?
I don't know. It makes me feel the more suspicious.
Please!
She's telling the truth. You have to believe her.
Don't make me repeat
Shut
myself.
up. I'm not finished questioning her.
Come on.
Next question. What's this about a promise? What did the mastermind order you to do? I was told to kill one of our friends. Suddenly got the temperature when we dropped 20 degrees. The weight of those words.
I see.
I see. So even now you're taking aim on our lives.
Wrong!
You're
You're
wrong.
wrong!
We'd never do that.
What the heck?
You just fine. You have an inside voice.
That's terrible!
Because you're not listening to me.
Wait.
Please stop. We need to spend more. I take full responsibility for this.
However...
How do you intend to do that? Let's blame the mastermind. What?
I'm
going to challenge them. If it means we both go down, I will defeat them.
sorry.
That is how I intend to take responsibility. Hold on. What do you mean if you both go down?
Hina.
I'm so sorry I didn't tell you about this. What?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I didn't know what to do. I went back and forth about confiding in you again and again. And I was scared. I thought if I told you, you might think less of me.
But...
Sakura!
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Sakura turned away from us and left the gym. And then...
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked. Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Well, it's nighttime. We should all go to bed.
No way!
Hold on. Stop thinking Sakura is
Don't make me repeat
over.
myself.
She's our enemy. There's nothing more to discuss.
That's
No,
terrible!
Sakura is not our enemy.
Why?
Why? Why didn't anyone understand her?
What?
What is it you think you understand? You didn't even know who she really was.
What is this?
Calm down.
Let's go for now, Hina. Talking about it isn't going to help anything.
What?
But
Anyway,
go to your room, cool down, we continue this discussion tomorrow. It's the worst. The mood at the end of the night was just the worst. Being such an awful mood. We're honestly glad the day was over. Sakura is the spy. She's the traitor. Byakuya said Sakura is the enemy. She's wrong. She's not my enemy, she's my friend without a doubt. What can I do? What can I do to make everyone believe in Sakura? How? As long as you're human, there'll always come a point where you wish you could do things differently. You're a baseball player in major leagues. You're a soccer player touring Europe. You're the famous thing who started creating backup dance on sketch comedy shows. She made a brilliant debut, and instead of going for more, she married a third-rate actor and retires. Every human has regrets. How soon you'd like to go back.
But I don't, because I'm a bear!
Good morning, everyone! It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine! Get ready to greet another beautiful day!
I'm worried about Sakura. I need to hurry up and get to the dining hall. Hey, okay. You okay? Yeah, what do you mean? You were late, so we worry about you. What a dullard. Doko? Byakuya?
What the heck?
They're taking refuge here. Refuge.
Such
Look at
ignorance.
that stupid face. We have to protect ourselves against the mastermind's tool. The mastermind? You talking about Sakura? That's when I finally noticed the only one that wasn't in the dining hall was Sakura. But where is Sakura?
Stop
All I
talking.
know is she was here. I wouldn't be. The only reason I went out my way to join the rescue was a safeguard against that threat. Threat?
What is this?
Why do you hate her so
Naturally.
much? It's obvious, but it makes things unfair. Unfair? The game should be fair to all players. The existence despite the mastermind sets that balance.
What the heck?
It's a stupid reason.
What did you
Stupid,
say?
It's a life or death game, is it not?
That's terrible!
It is stupid. You're a stupid idiot.
hey,
Before you get too far into your argument, will you stop and think things through? Why did the mastermind reveal that Sakura was a spy to us?
What the heck?
Well, we're getting revenge now, right? And Monokuma said an eye for an eye.
however,
Maybe part of it, that's not the whole picture. Reading the fact that Moors are meant to serve as the next motive for the mastermind wanted to give us. The chaos and confusion born from suspicion, the hatred.
in other
In
words,
other words, this right here, the fighting, the bickering, the trap the mastermind laid for us. Knowing that you will still stand there and argue like children,
But...
that's all I'm trying to do, it's just... I mean, how can I get you guys to believe in Sakura again? If you really can beat the mastermind, it should go a long way in my mind.
What are you saying?
Idiot. You really are to do something so dangerous, what if something terrible happens to her? Doesn't matter.
Huh?
But if Sakura were to die, it's one less person lost to control. I have no problem with that. Hold on. Byakuya. In fact, if she did die, it would solve this entire issue, wouldn't it? It would put the whole problem to rest.
What the hell?
You disgust me! You're a monster! To say something like that, it should have been you. You should have been the one to die!
What?
She died. Interesting.
Interesting.
You planning to take care of that yourself? Go ahead, try it if you dare. That's how it works here after all.
What is this?
Think I can't do it? Hina, calm down.
that's right.
It's exactly what the mastermind wants. Exactly what Sakura doesn't want. What's wrong? Lost your nerve? I'm leaving. I'll be in my room. Trembling with anger, Hina ran off. Stupid cow, how dare she? She would die 1,000 deaths, not 1,000,000. She was just another hysterical little girl. hardly worth my attention.
Just a second.
What I would call having feelings, Byakuya. All you can do is mock them for it. What's wrong with that?
Hey,
Friendly word of warning. Something that actually is going to come back and bite you. Hard.
I don't have time to play with
I'll
you.
happily elude its attempts. So, you know, how about we, eat? Maybe now's not a good time.
You know?
Without a word, each of us left the dining hall. We head back to our rooms one by one. Oof. What did I do today? Wait. Let's go see her. I'm glad to leave her alone like that. No? Do you want something? Talking for a while.
About that.
Are you worried about me?
Sorry.
That's nice of you. I think I was quite depressed, but I did what I could for her. Peter and I were really close today. I haven't got a present for her, unfortunately. I have plenty of time. I don't feel like just sitting here. Just go somewhere.
I'm sorry.
I appreciate the thought, but I like to be alone right now. I need to matter myself. I need to think. Well, that's one skill I haven't developed too much. Aww.
Sorry.
Listen, I'm really sorry about coming to be alone right now. I've got a lot of me to think about. Oh, it's okay, guys. I'm gonna check on it anyway. Might be worth going in and talking to her. So, all of that. I'm in the laundry room by extension. Go away. She doesn't look at me. She doesn't want to see my face. Wow. Who's left? Sakura and Hina. Finally some action. It's starting to get interesting.
What do you want?
Huh? Didn't see you standing there. You need something? He hates me, but
That's
okay,
fine.
Don't mind allowing you to indulge in my attention. But you appreciate this. Spend some time with Byakuya. What kind of great little place today? Let's see if we've got anything for him. I don't really know if you give me anything. I don't know what he'd like. I have a question for you. Yeah? You?
That's right.
I've been bothering with a while now. Can't take anymore. To answer my question. Please explain to me what you get your ultimate lucky student title wins. Oh, well, I don't totally get it myself, but I do have to pick up random.
So, in other words...
So you're going to see like just by blind luck. I see. Well, that's a good question. What was the question? How come like you have no unique talents ability to get into this? I thought it was boring. How boring, untalented, utterly generic comment. Boring, generic. You really have to list all that off.
Naturally.
It's the truth. Maybe compared to you, the ultimate affluent progeny. But even I seem to think it's merely an issue of title. I make no mistake. A lineage, intelligence, figure, athletic ability, they all walk.
In other words...
Just stay on the ultimate perfection. Really, you can call me that in fact. It's really taking this to the extreme. You who have nothing, I who have everything. We are living proof that men, all men, are not created equal. No, by pitying a photo, life can be very cruel indeed. and because I pity you so much, perhaps someday I'll allow you to hear my tale of glory. Consider the blessing from me to you to allow you to bask in my glory. Having finished his mean-spirited lecture, the uncle let me stand there in silence. And then one thing about Byakuya today, when I talked to him, I'm prepared for extreme psychological trauma. I did my best to keep my spirit from shattering like glass and went back to my room.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
I'm already. I feel somehow uneasy. We still haven't settled things with Sakura. Everyone's in a terrible mood. I just hope nothing happens tonight. Sakura declined the offer to become a shrimp. The tech support lady just refused to drop the issue. When the sugar idea was dead, she came back to this and she got a crab instead. How much can one person have frustrations? She said no, of course, and she got back. Okay, and how about we make the other session and your crab will sideways and backwards? How's that any better? I don't go sideways or backwards, I'm forward. Oh, the more sadly and running along, she said, you don't see the splendor of the crab. How are we dealing with this crab? The tail of the crab and monkey? Of course I've heard of it, I know all about it, so what? The crab eats the monkey. But it's also legend, hardly ever said, greed of modern society. Sure, monkeys still show up in movies and stuff from time to time, but not crabs. monkey needs clothes to sweep in the fashion world, and crabs has another chance, right? What I'm saying is, crabs have no place in today's Lightspeed world. Do your market research, lady. Slashers always feel fair.
And that's the secret origin story of Monokuma!
Good morning, everyone! It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is officially over. Get ready to greet another beautiful day!
I need to say about Sakura. Better go to Danganronpa and talk to those about it one more time. What? Hello? Is someone screaming? I think in the dining hall. Oh, we got a big problem, man. What's wrong? Look! I think she looks disappointed.
Hina! Are you okay? What happened?
She killed her. Genocide Jill killed Hina!
You've gotta be kidding!
If she got dead in your eye, no, she's dead. Why? What happened? I think yelling and then she's not paper at the table. It's just me.
You SOB!
That wasn't really surprising that happened. Mine got the least amount of real. And I took control again. Things setting on fire.
Totally not adorable.
You don't remember the voice, just get out of my side of it.
My beautiful scissors!
Who knows how long? I'm giving some nurses of this when we're out with the thing. Oh my god. Inside Jack's abrasive laugh chases out of the room as we carried Hina away. By the time I finished taking care of Hina's injury in the nurse's office, I seemed to finally regain her composure.
Sorry.
Thank you. Is you feeling better? Yeah, it's just a scratch. Still, that was super close. If I hadn't yelled out, you'd be dead right now. It's supposed to be here. Yes, I found thanks to you, sir. So sarcastic. Makes you sound more hostile. Hey, you know what the heck happened? We got into a fight and I lost my composure off the handle. Let me guess, that was because Sakura.
But...
First, try to ignore it. If you get jerk buttholes get you all the time, you never have time to live your life. But she wouldn't let it go, so without thinking about it, I felt like I wanted to punch her a dozen times.
Serious?
And punches isn't really without thinking. And it seems like I've had just a Jack got let loose, right?
Sorry.
It's my own fault, but I just couldn't take it anymore. Because you just all these terrible things about my friend, you know? Before I knew it, Hina's eyes started welling up with tears. And just tears when the fingers coming out. However, the door to the nurse burst open, putting a fly off his hinges. Then she stood before us.
Hina!
Hina.
Huh?
Sakura? What happened?
Huh?
Oh, nothing.
Hey!
Jill. I don't hear what was the meaning of this. It wasn't me, it was just a joke. Full of demented Pyrrhus Fiend's fault. Oh my god, what's
Damn!
Oh, yeah. You don't remember her, huh?
How dare you!
Yeah.
No forgiveness! I can't forgive this! I can't
Hey, who knows about? If you ever see the door of the nurse office, taking here is what I'm doing.
It would seem...
It really gets so Sakura.
Wait.
You need to stop me. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm drawing a line right here and now. Drawing a line?
Goodbye.
Wait, Sakura! Hina's trying to actually leave the nurse's office to chase after Sakura. The only ones left were... Kyoko? You're still mad? Yeah.
That's fine.
It's fine. Yeah?
Whew.
About that issue discussed earlier? Doesn't matter anymore. Did you give me something and talk about it?
In other
You
words...
could tell me about Sakura when I came fighting, but you stayed quiet. You were anything about Sakura, that's why you didn't tell me, right? You weren't confused over it until you could talk about it and show what you saw. what you're thinking, so you didn't tell me, right? Yeah. Think like that.
I wouldn't have expected such arrogance from you.
What?
Because...
It's ultimately you feel, possibly. No, that's not it. That's what you feel. I really can't change your mind, I'm sorry.
That's fine.
It's fine, I really forgot about it. Besides,
And I...
may have overreacted. Oh, she's blushing!
Anyway...
Anyway, if we've done with the episode, let's just go out. Okay, thank you.
Whew. In other words...
Hang on, I messed up. I wouldn't
have expected... Because... That's... And I... Anyway...
I messed up.
Whew. Whew.
What are you talking about?
Indeed.
Actually, let's come to me. I get the business there.
So...
I mean, I guess...
Shall we go?
I don't really go. You are typical indifference, they could turn and walk away, setting a brisk pace. Ah, Kyoko! I need to catch up with her. And since I chased her, and eventually we arrived. The dressing room? So there's something else you mentioned.
Indeed.
That's right, it has to do with alter ego. You said we didn't need alter ego anymore.
Wrong.
I didn't say we didn't need him, I said he'd done his job. Besides, it's not us that needs alter ego, he has been with us.
Right.
Alter ego has asked me to bring others to come see him. Apparently something he wants to ask us. Alter ego wants to ask us something? Hello. It's just two of you? Kyoko and Makoto? Kyoko's been glad across the keyboard. It's too not enough?
Thank you.
No. It's okay, two should be plenty. What does he want to ask us?
Indeed.
Let's find out, shall we? Kyoko's having a question. What did you want to ask us?
So,
Yeah, so, why don't you take me somewhere where you can connect with the school network?
What?
But, Kyoko and quickly glanced at each other. She replied, why?
you see,
Well, you said my job was done, right? But to just stop here? Saying I finished my work?
but
I don't want
I
that.
want to be able to help.
Oh, look, as hard as everyone else, we can all get out of here.
That's right.
What Master would want too. So to help everyone else, solve the mystery of the school.
That's right.
The only way I can help is connect me to the school's network. If you did that, that's basically suicide. Plus, the last time we'll find out about it, they'd find you and you'd be right, Kyoko?
So,
However dangerous it could be, but still I have to do this.
but
I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't understand why, but
still,
I think everyone else, my courage starts to grow. I think I'm just an inhuman AI, but it's true. So, it's okay.
I'm gonna
For the sake
do
of
my
everyone
best.
else, I won't be afraid. I couldn't help get lost in that voice. It was just too committed, too admirable, too
Hey.
fragile. You know what you asked me before, Makoto? You asked me the difference between a person and a program, right? Yeah.
Certainly.
I talked to Alter Ego. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question. I think maybe that's a question even the program's creator can't answer. I can say
Correct.
this. There's no question that Alter Ego is our friend. Kyoko?
I...
To be honest, I didn't want Alter Ego to push himself anymore. If we take any more risks, the Master really will notice it. But
Makoto.
let's do it, Makoto. Let's get Alter Ego to that. But
Hey,
he's our friend, so I want to take his feelings into consideration. He says he wants to fight alongside his friends.
now,
In
if...
his place, could you just sit by and do nothing in the situation? If you saw everyone else fighting and doing their best, could you just look the other way? Or would you stand up? Stand up tall next to everyone else and tell them you're their friend?
So,
Hey, are you guys fighting? It's about me. Please
I
don't.
want to believe in myself.
Oh, I'm gonna say, I know I can do this.
Leave it to me.
So please, let me try.
Listen.
And besides, there's one place the Mastermind might not notice. One place?
That's right.
Remember, there's no place outside here with the surveillance cameras. Room. The secret room. Secret room told me that. I didn't realize there's no surveillance cameras in
Indeed.
there. I do believe you can connect to the network from there. I can see an Ethernet port on the wall.
However...
Oh, just because no camera there doesn't mean there's no danger. There's no way we can sure the Mastermind isn't monitoring the network somehow. To remove Alter Ego, the Mastermind knows what's going to the secret room. If we pick up on this, then it's all over. Right.
That's what we have to do.
By all of that, I still think we need to try.
Correct.
Because it's the best shot at finding any new clues. Kyoko, In that case, will you let me carry him? So you can hide him. What you're wearing, right? That's how we do it.
It's true.
Again, I'll leave it to you. Thank you.
So then,
Then, let's get started. It's a little cramped for you, alter ego. Bear with us, okay? Start packing up right away. Close the latch inside underneath my jacket. Tickles! Shh, you can't talk right now. We'll move you to another room until we get there. You're absolutely stunned, okay? I'm teaching you being implemented. Good. Do you ever react like a machine like that all of a sudden? I didn't have to react.
Makoto.
The secret room with a bunch of different cables in one of the desk drawers. I want network cable in there.
However,
Assuming the master hasn't taken it already. All we can do is check for ourselves.
it's true.
Great, let's head to the secret room. First floor.
Just a second. Hey,
Where's the secret room now? Is it upstairs? Yeah.
hey. Why?
I'm sure the room's gone. If you see, go check again.
Listen to me.
Trap and cover, she didn't run it off. Wait right here. Oh, I get it. She's acting. It's forceful. I'll make mad against the
Just a second.
I was in there. I can go. Okay, I'm going.
So then,
Be thorough. Counting on you. How'd you find out that cable? Found it, that cable, right? There you go. Then you got to work. All the laptop and to see just all the gate. And that should do it.
That's right.
Yeah, I think it worked.
Leave it to me.
You know this. Leave this to me. I swear I'll find something. I'm going to connect to the outside world if I can soon.
So,
Please just wait a little while longer.
I'm
So
gonna do
tight
my
and put your
best.
faith in me. I got to leave. I decided to leave him alone one last day. No matter what, we're gonna get out of here. You and the rest of us. As friends.
Huh?
Friends? Even me?
Thank you.
Thank you, Makoto. Oh,
Makoto.
we go. Oh, okay. The document's gone. I told you.
Correct.
See, there's nothing else for us here.
Goodbye.
Bye. Well, I knew it. She was just walking away. She wasn't anymore. I was just away. Back here.
What?
Yes. You're just
Why is that?
Of course, I'm really daily at this point. No, you tired of it?
Phew.
So I don't humble for something to say. It's not my maintenance. You don't want him then. I have more one point to that. Like, we're going to do that soccer.
It's true.
It must be done, it's true.
However,
But the way things are right now, there's no way to persuade anyone who can have to listen. Actually,
so...
I'm talking really clear that like the situation. So we can hope for right now. There we go.
Correct.
So we can either wait or leave our friends. It's the only option. I parted ways and headed back to my room. I'm kind of tired, so I lay down in bed. Maybe it was because of the stress of moving alter ego, but I was way more tired than I realised. Was it for long at all? I had completely dozed off. I shot on the doorbell, pierced my sleeping haze, and pulled back to the real world.
Makoto.
I'm gonna get out of here. Okay, what's going on?
Indeed.
He's gonna see me and she's quiet as a ghost. So something's happened. Right? Maybe we're something a little faster. I think I was so wide awake. So just come to the rec room. Rec room? Okay, let's hurry. What are you, girl? You know what's wrong. You're alright. The rec room. It's inside. Well, no, in the rec room. I heard to look inside. When I did... Sakura? Is she unconscious? She's sitting up in the chair, like, and she's bowing her head.
Hey,
What's going on? Did something happen to her?
Huh?
I was just walking past her and she noticed through the window. Looking at the door open. I heard nothing, so I was calling her name. She didn't respond.
Huh?
What did you do? What are we gonna do?
Anyway,
We're gonna get into that room. Doors look like break violence for regulation.
listen to me.
Gonna force our way in. Just said
Wrong.
the door isn't locked. It's not locked because the room doesn't have a lock. Then why?
It would seem...
Feels pressing something inside the room. The chair?
In other words...
Even though it isn't locked, it's not like it does in the box. We can break it.
Indeed.
Smash the window. Smash the door. Okay, get some break it. Right here. The rectum cycle said it was an inch. It's unconscious, right? She okay? I mean, Sakura, I'm sure. Still didn't reply. There's only silence. That silence didn't last long. Here. Found a broom. Oh my gosh. Use it.
Makoto.
You know it's right there.
Please!
Come on, please hurry. Okay, you just stand back. Pull the broom as hard as I could. Aim directly at the window. Was it one solid hit? The window shattered in 100 pieces, scattering across the rec room floor. Stop handing through the now open window as I jostling the chair leaning against the door. Chair's pretty heavy, but if I can just put all my strength finding the door down. Sakura? I ran just as fast as I could. The moment I laid my hand on her. It's called death. Until the last lingering warmth of the living body. Life had bandaged itself in his body, and then...
A body has been discovered! After a certain amount of time. Danganronpa.
Huh?
What?
Sakura's dead? She's really dead?
I've been talking, my eyes sit steadily forward. When we look on, Sakura's dead body. We didn't make it in time. It happened again. I opened this out bigger than the gently into Sakura's body. One which concerned Sakura's death was an impulsive reaction. Once we get them, we get the others. I'll shake you like you know, left the right thing. Why? Why did that happen? What I could say. Feel it over and over again. And so there were emotions behind her while she checked Sakura's corpse. Time passed. While I stood there unable to do a thing. Time just passed. I'd like to know how long. I got everyone. Ogre?
Yes,
She's dead, huh?
I see.
Sakura's been killed, I see. Seems they right because we am.
Just a second.
Maybe an announcement is not right. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
Someone in this very room. What are you gonna say?
Huh?
No. Whoever killed her. Someone was
It's
killed.
your fault!
One of you. Very glad I told one of you killed Sam.
What?
What? You're accusing us for gun the investigation? I didn't investigate anything. You hated her. You hated
I won't forgive you.
One of you did it. I know it. You know it?
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Jeez, I didn't know your power level was so that again so bad.
What the heck?
What are you doing here?
Come on!
No, bye.
It's the Monokuma fight!
You know something, you can ruin that lovely place of yours. I don't know that hold on. What's going on out?
Huh?
Yeah. It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura?
Say what?
Everyone shines mess onto a jewel. Maybe you fall again.
In other words...
I killed her? Sorry, not quite, but you know what I think it's pretty relevant now. Everyone's most regrettable, without even getting a chance to finish things with me. First thing after that is the trouble to go through a royal fight. You didn't know me deep, so we're gonna go here just like that.
Hey,
You're pretty worried. Think you probably rule by himself in the first place. So I would never punish her.
well,
I don't know who it was. Really black and they just got my only one.
What is this?
The hidden one? So you forget the kissy play with me. Don't you get a date there. Doesn't mean to lie, don't like her.
What is this?
How are you? Isn't
I will not forgive
yeah,
you.
this whole thing. Life one. That was Sakura. She was looking awful after her. How can you say that now? Sorry, I'm time for squabbling. The next game is already begun. want to be angry at someone, be angry at for Sakura.
Anyway,
Right now, top priority is covering Sakura's killer. Can't do that really bad. I'm glad this time. Do it. I'm okay. Let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here with Sakura.
That's fine.
Okay then, hero guard number 1. We need one more. So go back to you.
what?
Me. You're always on my side. So you stand behind and watch that. Do that in order. Order.
That's fine.
Oh, sit behind. Get off. Hold on. What?
What?
Then you're allowed to step it and set from the fighter. What?
It's your fault! I won't forgive you.
Stop talking.
You see, our lives are not danger is yours, but I would like to investigate. I hear what you say, not anyone does that on the near. Even if I do sport of not getting in here. After this discussion of yours at time, at a conference.
It's all clear now.
I'll ask you to resolve it. What? Don't really care, do you? You're for useless anyway.
Yep.
Nope, don't really care.
Aha!
Have to spend your time being a master anyway. Can you hear? You hear that? What for? I agree. I don't know how to where should I go?
It's all clear now.
What are you saying?
Calm down.
Until he knows the reacher's request. But
Hey,
apparently still suffering.
correct.
Those are still alive and suffers not. Fine. You know what we aren't allowed to touch her. Actually, we end up with a dead body.
Listen,
That's enough fighting. We need to focus on the investigation right now. Everyone keeps in mind. Uncover Sakura's killer.
listen to me.
Oh, that's today's execution. I know we killed Sakura. It's not a matter of hoping we can do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. It's kind of hopeless hope. No choice but to just do it. Right.
Hey. So,
The way you came through. Okay.
in other words, hey, that's fine. Correct. In other words, however, it's true. In other words, it's true. In other words, indeed. It's true.
That's fine. Naturally.
Huh? Well... I mean...
What the hell? Bottle. Ah. Hang on.
So,
Bottle. It's more than the place inside.
in other words,
Monkey building that monkey bottle. I feel like I can find something to make sense of things little by little. Monkey ball sitting on the shelf. The monkey ball is found on the ground. I dropped the glass before we started out the bottle. Which means soccer must have hit. Must be hitting the monkey bottle, right? Shot the glass and monkey and figure evidence of that. It's safe to say the monkey ball was the weapon. About 12 news, dropping out of that one killed on Rodrigo?
What the heck?
I really did it.
I won't forgive you.
It was one of them. Things inside of her. You do it, you regret it? I won't say anything sure about finding out more. I really hope you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet her. You know where? Right here in the rec room. What? I went to the nurse office this morning. I'll have us together, right? And eventually she went on her own. When I saw her again after that, she told me that she left a note to each of them. Just, when we meet in the rec room, I knew and one comes out to strike out around them. I knew the truth, I heard right from Sakura herself. I had to stop her. She wouldn't listen, so not to worry, it's your friend to talk to. Which is what happened. I stopped her by force, this would never have happened. Ina. Most of you not regrets, I know.
What? Come on.
so...
It's empty.
Wrong. Just a second. Hey. Correct. So... However, it's true. Certainly. Why? It's true. Wrong. Hey. Indeed.
What else is in here? Ah.
Listen. So then, listen to me.
Well, what do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
What do you want? Well...
You know? What? Could it be... How about that? We got it all wrong! Actually... don't look at me! Hey, come on! Huh? Hey, come on! What?
Oh no, he's... our hero. Interesting. Well, where's money?
So, in other words... What? I see. I see. It's certain. What? What? That's fine. So in other...
Hey. I see. Anyway... Hey. So... Hey. Anyway... That doesn't matter. So then... So then... In other words... Listen. In other words, so then, I knew it. In other words, hey. Just a second. Hey. Whew. It's true. So... Hey. Correct. I see. Hey. It's true. It would seem... Indeed. Correct. It's true. In other words, hey. Hey. So... Indeed. 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 Right. Hey. Correct. So... However...
What the heck? I won't forgive you.
Here we go.
Whoops! You caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake. Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
So, questions. Who did it? Who's the killer? That's always the biggest question, really. So, what do you guys think? Or what do you think?
What?
Yes, indeed. Well?
You think?
Phew. Yes,
What?
I can't wait! I can't...
Down there. What was that?
Just the worst.
He's a kind of murdering someone.
Don't look at me! Don't be mean!
Murdering.
What the heck? What the heck?
If you reveal soon enough, no doubt, I'll let us culprit. Killer, don't let us. Brace yourselves. This is an interesting trial. This is different. I still don't think Kyoko's best girl. I can't. You won't be saying best player on V3. If it lowered, uttering its all too familiar clanking sounds. It fell lower and lower. Suddenly as always. Your ride was over. The doors open once again. Your fault when I went to the flat. Wonderful gosh, I wonder if I'm starting again.
Now then.
Now that we've begun, no drill, and the sign seats. So it's not looking the fourth time. Steady judgment, steady judgment, steady prayer, steady little, steady time, steady time. Let's quickly save here.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, where to begin?
We already know who did it.
Whoa! Deja vu!
The one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
Idiot.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah! I'd never kill someone, no way!
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses. It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
No, that's wrong. Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those three killed her. The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all three of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I never saw her.
No, that's wrong. Hiro, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's...
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy. So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura! It's the only explanation.
Well, I mean... Yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago! It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her!
When? When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was... when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
I got it! I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually get... So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it! I mean, what I meant was, Oh, that's right! I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
Why the sudden hostility?
But we just talked, that's all! I didn't do anything, you gotta believe me!
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious!
More hostility.
It's not just normal hostility! You're the real culprit! I even have proof!
Huh? Proof? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about her shining message. At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right? It was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it!
What are you saying? No way! I didn't do it!
You just don't know when you're beat, do you?
Hiro, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Huh? Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime. So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
I got it! Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense! I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine
Tucked away on the magazine shelf.
Shoot!
I can tell you exactly... when I found the dying message.
When Ogre's body was...
And I can tell you when it was only after the I found the
Magazine tucked away on the
magazine shelf.
When I pulled it out,
What's your pro- What I said makes total sense!
I can tell you exactly
When I found the... When Ogre's...
body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying. It was only after the I found the magazine
tucked away on the magazine
shelf.
when I pulled it out,
What's your pro- What I said makes total sense!
I can tell you exactly
When Ogre's...
body was discovered.
No, what's wrong? When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby. That's where Kyoko found it, after we'd begun the investigation. And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then. Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
Hold on. You're focusing on the wrong... All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is. Toko!
I don't even know where to begin with that one.
He's just trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message. 100%, without a doubt, she wrote it. And... Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest.
I'm gonna have to recharge him.
I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh! Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh! I'm at least 30% right. Show me the proof.
This should prove it. I'm completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message. Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Say what?
then who did write it?
Hiro could very well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Ah! He admits it!
I figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her! Please, just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
And when I got there... and that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something. As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. She was gonna kill me and make her escape. So of course I freaked out. I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head. I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening. Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
You're not gonna get off that easy. It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura. We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain, and until we figure that part out...
I got it! That's true. Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it?
Huh?
By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
Oh, well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then, he's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I don't think there's any question.
Then, who was it?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
I got it! It had to be Toko, right?
This execution is such a mess.
Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Is he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room?
Why would I have... Wait, but more important... That doesn't even matter. We already know who did it, right? Hiro just admitted it.
That's right. I killed her.
No, you didn't.
Who asked you?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious. That's just... I don't believe it.
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So, what do you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time, when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but okay. I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit her from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once, is that right?
Yeah, just once.
No, that's wrong! If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
Huh? 2?
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
But I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves. There's something very suspicious about those bottles. Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used. Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right? And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
That's easy. If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
Now I understand. That's it. The chess pieces. Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was the knight, if I remember.
So? I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook...
I got it! Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment. We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles. And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavy. There was actually more than 1 bottle's worth of shattered glass.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime. But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces, which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case. I got it! The bottle that was removed from the scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only 1 attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko?
Where the heck did you disappear to?
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous. Whoa, why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
halfway.
It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No, no, no! That's enough! I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you. It's a lie! That's enough! It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. That's enough!
This should prove it. Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
No, it doesn't.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we?
Stop wasting my...
Okay, it's my handprint.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Then you killed Sakura!
No, I swear, there's no...
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Straight up again?
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Talk. Now.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on, so I figured I'd...
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
So after he left, I jumped out of the and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling, and when I turned around, there was Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me. When I saw all that blood, I fainted right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Guess who's back?
It was your fault after all!
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories. So I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me away. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see... splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible! No, she's terrible! Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever!
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Because normally, Sakura should have been able to...
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on. That's... you know... But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
Well then, that's that. Let's start the boat. What's wrong? Come on, everyone, we're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
No, not quite yet.
Huh? Not yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd? Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then... Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
I was just sleeping peacefully. And all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up! I killed her there in front of the shelf!
No, that's wrong! We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair. If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
So, you finally noticed.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty...
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
I got it! Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The blood stained by the
Then she must have moved the bottle to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me! I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors! There's no way I could move a muscle...
Then...
Well, are you...
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
Oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door. And while everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
No, I don't think that's possible. I got it! Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside. And at that point, the locker was already open. So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then, where was she hiding?
I don't know! What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much. You're lying!
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
That's because you're overlooking vital information.
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot. So you're dead set on blaming me, huh?
What was it that killed her? If it wasn't from Jill, what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot.
No, that's wrong. According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Poison?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
You're making me go all weak in the knees! She was poisoned? It isn't possible!
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Huh? Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along!
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found...
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C. In Section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
I got it! The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
Huh? But you just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
Huh?
Ugh, that tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein? Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
It's protein powder.
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
Now I understand. The poison must have been poured into the protein can. If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
I got it! You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
For real? Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
I got it! The footprints left behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected. What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind. And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
It was me. The footprints. They're mine.
Hina?
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Then Ogre's killer what?
Yep, I did it. I killed Sakura.
Just as I suspected. The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
I got it! Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility. Plus, Hina's been... You were in an awful rush to get... This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just...
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Hina, is it true? Did you really kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she downed it. All at once. And...
Hold it! I'm not convinced.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves. Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism. But there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
What? That doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't...
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too... obvious. Too easy.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and...
How come? That doesn't matter.
Hina, please. I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit. There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody...
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away, I went to Section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
That story you just told. First you went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
Yeah.
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
First I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C
to Section A.
No, that's wrong! You said you went to get the poison from Section C, and that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from Section C to Section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from Section C to Section A. That contradicts what you just said.
What?
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A. So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
Well, you see...
What the hell? What's going on here?
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account.
What?
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
I did?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Just say it already! What is it you think you found?
I found this. It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle, and the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
But, what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then. Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Huh? Me?
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
I got it! It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us, I got it! The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast. I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that? How can you know what I don't know?
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt until the locked room was unlocked. It absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible! It had to have been in there the whole time! It had to be! It was in there before the rec room was unlocked!
No, that's wrong! You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course! It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it...
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
If that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she...
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing. We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
I got it! I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself?
What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
Go. Third one. No, I didn't find it.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
This should prove it. Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
It did?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the That powder was yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed...
No, you didn't kill her. Here's my answer! The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
What? The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it. All so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room. I got it! The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina? You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door because you already knew Sakura was dead, and because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were. You said you were going to go get everyone else, But your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room... While everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Right?
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
No! No! I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is! Actually, no. You're right. We have to end this properly. The killer is you! This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room. Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya. But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others, Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot. And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight. Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro. When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked. Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her. But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others. But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura, and she freaked out. And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death? It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath. Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened, knew that she had committed suicide. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground. And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort was you, Hina. That's the full truth of the case. Sakura took her own life, and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
That's what happened? But, Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Huh? Oh, well, I mean...
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case. See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Hey, A's the whole way round.
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Okay. My entire existence!
What did you say? Come on. What are you thinking?
Don't be mean!
What is this? You should have been the one to die! What?
What?
What is this?
No forgiveness! I can't forgive this!
But...
Hina. They're friends.
Why? What are you saying? I won't forgive you. Why? Huh?
Hina.
Huh?
I have a favor to ask.
Huh?
Some protein.
Please! Why? 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 Why?
Hey! Hey! Hey!
What is this? What are you saying?
In other words, yes indeed.
What the heck?
Of course. Yep. Too bad. It's true.
Huh?
Unbelievable. Well now, well now, well now, well now. Damn it! Boom, boom! Phew! Shing!
And?
What are you gonna do? Hey, hey! But hold on.
Enough already.
Yes, indeed.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here. You see, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool. I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch, so even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things. And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder. However, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken. I cannot betray those who would call me their friend. I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you. Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness. So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind. My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me, which is exactly what the Mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal. Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well. But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself. If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
Huh? No way!
Correct. However...
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially. I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
But...
What are you gonna do? Oh. Too bad. Huh? Say what?
You know? Well?
Ooh-hoo. What? What do you want? How strange. Hey! Phew! Huh?
Naturally. Don't make me repeat myself.
What?
It's all clear now.
Hey,
Oh no. Oh no.
What the heck?
You want me to punish you guys?
What? But...
Wrong! Listen up! Yoo-hoo! Let's give it everything we've
Hold on.
got! It's punishment time!
Do that. I suddenly walked over here. Hero. The only thing we had left.
Oh no!
Phew!
So,
He knew.
but still, I'm gonna do my best.
What's the matter?
just as I thought.
Actually... Yaha!
What are you thinking?
Yep. Phew. Hey,
I want to be able to help.
Oh.
Very nice. Ba-bum, ba-bum. Well? Uh-huh.
What?
Yep.
Huh?
Hello.
Hina.
Yeah! Too bad.
What?
You guys? Huh? Too bad.
What?
What? Well?
You.
Who?
Hey.
Yo! But...
Yes. Not possible. Stop talking.
Sorry.
No, no, no.
What did you say?
He's what?
What the heck?
I see.
No, 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 no!
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't...
Wake up. Huh?
Kyoko?
Yes, it's me.
Huh? Kyoko?
I said yes.
So Kyoko's here.
Wait, what?
It's true. Whew. Hey. Correct. Makoto. So... Goodbye.
What's this? Damn it! Hey! Unbelievable.
Just a second.
You too? You guys?
It's true. Hey. Shall we go? Goodbye. Whew. Goodbye. Mukuro Ikusaba. Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school, the one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Here we go.
Mukuro Ikusaba. Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school, the one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
And I'm gonna leave it there. You won't get anything else. Yeah. Yeah. So you get. And save. And put it there. And that is all I'm gonna do. Oh, my eyes hurt. Yeah. Unexpected trial. And I'll probably try and stream the rest of it tomorrow. Maybe, not sure yet. Oh no.